welcome to the Weekend Unlocked show, and it's your boy, yours truly, DJ Kauzy, and of course, my director just put me on the spot, and
He's a superstar. DJ Kauzy in the mix.
Mama kamba bananilowa, kozi pene katapalowa. Mama kamba bananilowa, kozi pene katapalowa.
While others are channel hopping, we have our listeners locked 24/7 on So Online Radio, your timeless station.
At the house 2020. At the house 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, Kalanda New Music Promotion. Dopest, gracious name in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
No time zone is beyond us. This is So Online Radio, your station anywhere and time.
Let's go get it.
DJ Kauzy, the superstar in the mix.
Oh man, I trash, she said. Pity kitty, life in a tit. I wanna get high and get paid. If she kitty, get paid. Oh man, I trash, she said. Pity kitty, life in a tit. No strings attached when I get laid. Jago tonight we forget. Cake.
Criterion music. It's Gunman Alaji. Dilo. I wait while you say we know. They book a Janet for Charlie. Yalia Shida Kondalako. Twice a funny fiancam. Can she my yo? Twabika soti pafilonda. Bamiva fulana mano. Mogolanda wisuvala chindama. Umutima wa isuka. Nasendwa no wafya wakwiluka. Ushefi na lelanda fiamando. Ushendo mwele no waikula. Tetu sekesha bonsabantu. Tetu sekesha bonsabantu. Tetu sekesha bonsabantu. Tetu sekesha bonsabantu. Nalesho polo loka ukulungama mumibele andina fionse fionchita emibele ya muntunse tabafwa yokulande fintu bale mona Chishinka chilande telelaje Alapano chalo Twaisa bonse femu kupita tubomba nishita day and night Awe muntu tafwae Chishinka Alasala pole mubepa Chikulufe mutima wakwe uli wino Talina koyo alesekelela Pintu balanda finono Finginda fichitanga moya mano Leronga nalanda tawangumfwe Watila tirwimbo fesha umfwe Tetu sekesha bonsabantu Tetu sekesha bonsabantu Tetu sekesha bonsabantu tetusekeshe bonzabantu nadesho kololoka ukulungama mumibele yandina fyonse fyonchita emibele ya muntunse tabafwayo kulande fintu balemona Chishinka chila netelelani Chishinka chila netelelani Nagese shevali mona Insansa shaliuma Nagese shevali mona Insansa shaliuma ine Nagese shevali mona Insansa shaliuma Nagese shevali mona Insansa shaliuma Nadesho kololoka ukulungama mumibele yandina fyonse fyonchita emibele ya muntunse tabafwayo kulande fintu balemona Chishinka chila netelelani Chishinka chila netelelani
Let's on beat. Beats by Glory.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the Weekend Unlocked show, and I'm your host, DJ Kauzy. And of course, today, like I promised you, we'll be having a guest, and this is no other than Tilo Badman Alaji. He's got so many names, and he's actually got something new that is coming up shortly and in few days, should I say. And, so stick around there and you get to find out more on the other side with Tilo. But in the meantime, let me just bring him up so that you can see that he's ready for you people. You get to chat with him and we'll find out on how his music journey has been and stuff like that. Tilo, welcome to Songwriter Radio.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Kauzy. How's it?
Yeah, good to have you, man. How is it doing down there in Zambia?
Good to have you too. Everything is okay here. Everything is okay. Everything is stabilizing. I don't know about you that side.
Yeah, we are okay. We can't complain. All I can just say is that by God's grace, we are likely to move out of the lockdown, hopefully in June. And the government gave us a roadmap of which we are going up until 21st of June, when we are likely to see ourselves out of lockdown completely. And yeah, so we might be back to the world. And obviously, we might have to see you in the UK to perform,
I just have to.
Big jumps.
I just have to. You know that I just have to. This year, I just have to, with or without COVID.
Exactly, with or without COVID, yeah, that's what's up. Earlier on, I had a couple of songs that I was piling for you, and just to market it and have it, known with the good music that you have. So I said, we need to promote good music. We need to, make people listen to good music as well. So yeah, Tilo is my guest tonight, and stay tuned. We'll be back on the other side.
Mumba Yachi and Badman Alaji.
Levels. Reverb. On it.
Say she never care for another man. I've always been a number one and only. Whenever she come around, she leave me complete. I can't be lonely. We roll it as me step aside your will, cause you know better than she. Queen me and Nana night, the way she fix me way like a spanner. Addiction too much for my heart to confine in. There's something you got, there's something about your love, girl. Addiction too much, for my heart to confine. There's something you got, and the reason I'm living right is because of you. Wamunandi, wabapambali andi you. Wamunandi, because of you. Wamunandi, takwabana umbi baby you. Wamunandi, yeah. Missing a whole lot of different girls. Some of them roll and some of them cold. They got me skipping the vision. I was living like a victim in my own world. Till some years later after that confession phase me, I feel do get after met her. Yeah, now she calls me the melody man, and Mr. Sweet Banana. Addiction too much, for my heart to confine. There's something you got, there's something about your love. Addiction too much, for my heart to confine. There's something you got, and the reason I'm living right is because of you. Wamunandi, wabapambali andi you. Wamunandi, because of you. Wamunandi, takwabana umbi baby you. Wamunandi, because of you. Wamunandi, wabapambali andi you. Wamunandi, because of you. Wamunandi, takwabana umbi baby you. Wamunandi. Because of you, Wamunandi, wabapambali andi you. Wamunandi, because of you, Wamunandi, takwabana umbi baby you. Wamunandi,
Levels.
I stand with Eva.
I stand with Eva.
Do you know that in Zambia, young people serving their mother's sentences are the most vulnerable?
The Eva Chavala Foundation is an initiative that was formed in 2012 in Zambia. Its aim to look after disadvantaged and vulnerable children that the legal system has left behind.
Prison reform.
I stand with Eva because every child deserves a full chance to maximize their potential, irrespective of the mistakes their parents have made. I stand with Eva because we will not forget the children of the incarcerated and what impact this has on their lives.
Studies have shown that children whose mothers are sent to prison are more likely than their peers to have future problems. These include criminal offending, mental health problems, and drug and alcohol addictions.
Collaboration and unity are the way forward. I stand with the Eva Chabala Foundation.
So Online Radio stands with Eva.
There is power in collaboration. So Online Radio stands with Eva Chavala Foundation Trust.
We at So Online Radio stand with Eva.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like we said, we're going to be having a chat with our superstar all the way from Zambia. He's released a couple of songs, and of course, he's dropped some EPs and album. Another one, which is about to be dropping in few weeks from now. He's going to tell us when his album is scheduled to be, released, and obviously it's going to be out there in all stores in order for the fans and of course the music lovers to purchase. But in the meantime, let me welcome Tilo on Soul 9 Radio and of course exclusive to Weekend Unlocked. So welcome, Tilo.
Thank you, Mr. Kauzy. Thank you once again.
Yeah, good to have you. It's good to have you on our platform, and we're excited to host you tonight. And so just to begin with, if you can walk us through into the music journey and how you got into, the studio. How did you come up with you being a musician? How was the journey?
Nothing fancy, just like any other artist. I think my passion for music started as a writer.
Yeah.
So when I started my career, I never used to be a recording artist. I used to write music for people. Eventually, I started as a rapper.
Yeah.
So when I left high school in 2010, I stayed for like 2 more years. I tried to make it work.
Yeah.
But it was so stressful. Nevertheless, I kept on pushing. The reason why I became a recording artist is because, I reached the point where I could write songs for people that couldn't just execute them properly. So I said, well, I think if I can write it, then I can probably sing it. So I started as a rapper, and eventually I converted into a singer for some reasons, and that's why everything just began. I became a serious music person.
Okay, so if I may pose a question to say, what really, what was the motive of you, changing from being a rapper into a singing artist?
Well, some of these things you really need to consider your energy. So in as much as I was a good rapper, my voice doesn't go with rapping. It's not convincing, a man with a small voice like me rapping, it doesn't make sense to some extent. So it's something that somebody had to make me understand, that made me realize that I can actually sing. So I converted to a singer, and when I switched from a rapper to a singer, my career actually started making more sense than before. So I said, well, this is the way. So I started following that way.
Fast forward, you came on scene and you were not considered, and you've not been considered as an upcoming artist. We just saw you on the music scene and you were there and you were booming, recording with big artists. We can talk about Mumbayachi and as well as the likes of Shefi 187. We saw you collaborating with them. And we've seen other rappers, or rather other artists that have been, trying to pull through in the music industry, but they've not had that green light of just coming up and say, their own sport, and people are able to search for them and look for them. How was your experience? What magic did you use?
I didn't even use magic. It's that thing, Mr. Kauzy, where people just get to know about someone because it's popping. I've been in the game. I've been pushing my work. It's just that people never really considered me to be like an upcoming artist because my music has always been good. I don't mean to brag. I learned how to write music very early, even before I made a name in the game. So I remember in somewhere 2015, that was like the time that I wrote my first song for a big artist. I don't know if you remember the So Much More song for Makitu. I wrote that song. Yeah, I'm the one who wrote that song, and it actually won.
I'm just learning today about that.
Yeah. I'm the one who composed that song, the So Much More song for Makitu. 2015. It was like the song of the year. Zambian Music Award. Yeah. Then later on, I started making waves. 2016, I did the song with Shefi, the complicated song, where most of the people now like started affiliating me. That's the guy who did for Shefi, Yeah. I did the song I did with Mumbayachi. That's when now like my career just had a breakthrough. People started knowing me for who I was. So I kept it steady even up to now. I'm still pushing my brand. I'm growing steady, step by step.
Step by step. Okay, that's amazing. Now, you being in the music industry, so before you actually, we could see Tilo out there in the music scene, you were working in the background. So you've written a number of songs for artists. So are you telling me that you are a writer as well, and you also sing your own music? Because we've seen other people that they're artists, but they have people that only write their music for them, and they just get to sing on the lyrics that have already been created by somebody else. So is it somewhere where you began and saw you this far?
Yeah, I think also that has helped me because I'll tell you one thing. It's one thing being an artist, and it's also another thing learning how to grow a brand. Especially in an industry like Zambia where people don't really know how to do certain stuff. Sorry to say that. I'll talk of being a writer in Zambia. Like you're saying, you've heard songs that you don't even know who wrote them, but every time you listen to the song, it's the artist who's performing the song who you're more considered about. You know what I mean? You're not considering people like the producer, the guy who directed the video. So it's difficult to give credit where it's due. Just like for me, I feel like at the time that I was writing music for a lot of people that have made it in the game, I felt like I was being exploited because in as much as I did work for them, I was not credited for it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's one thing learning how to use that to boost your brand. So for me, I understood it and I said, well, if people don't understand how it works, I would rather write my own music and I would write for those that understand how it works. If he has to pay me, he'll pay me and I'll get my copyrights and we'll move on. But for those that don't, then I'll pass.
Wow. Okay, so we saw you collaborating with Mumbayachi, and that was the time that I personally knew you, and I started following up with your music, and I was like, who's this guy? And I checked out your music, and it was just that thing of Mumbayachi, and a lot of people were saying, is this Mumbayachi changing or switching voices or something? Until the video came out, and we were able to see who the Tilo guy is. So tell us about the collaboration. How easy was it, you being an upcoming artist in the underground and, not considered, you are not even, seen on the music industry as an upcoming artist, but we saw you collaborating with a big artist who's making music out there and is selling music and he's got a huge fan base. How was the collaboration? Was it very difficult in approach in terms of recording, or did you have a friendship besides music?
It's funny enough because I think for me, I've come to understand that when you're an artist, you need to have a way that you need to relate with other artists. So I don't know if I need to say it's grace. I believe it's part of that. My entire career has been more of that, and I've been humble in as much as I know I'm a talented guy, but I always know how to present myself to other artists. And like they say, you can't work with everybody. The people that I've worked with before are people that I understand what they do, and for me to want to do a song with them is because I know what I'm looking for them. And maybe when I approach them, they also see to say he's not just coming for a feature, but he's a potential distributor also. When I work with him, I'll probably also make sure that it's going to be a good record. So I managed to work with a lot of people in the game because I could relate and I would present myself properly, I would present, this is what I've done, this is me, and I would really love to work with you. And that's how I work with Mumbayachi. But patience also, because I had to, I've done works that I had to wait for a long time because people couldn't deliver on time. It's something that I've gotten used to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are saying you and Mumbayachi was just an easy flow because you had a kind of a relationship in brackets that made you at least have that conversation and jump on his song. Is that what you mean?
No, I didn't even have a relation with Mumbayachi. It was funny enough because when I approached him, he already had heard something that I've done before.
Okay.
And the song that we did together, we actually sampled from one of my songs, my old songs. There's a song that I did by the title Alaji. So he said he loved the song and he would like us to sample the chords from that song. So we sampled it from one of my songs.
Talking about the name Alaji, how did it come about?
So Alaji is a Western word normally used. It's okay. Alaji, the actual word is the pilgrimage, the Western culture. So it's a sacred place. So in the Western culture, there's a clan or a religion, a group of people that are wealthy, that are renounced or called by that name. So I adapted it because I felt, I feel names also carry enough power. What you use and what you give yourself boost up your esteem and whatever that you do. So I said, Alaji is laka for me. Nala chinjafe spelling. So I just changed the spelling.
And that's how you came and said, okay, Batman Alaji.
No, actually, I had to switch because, okay, for me, the way I understand it, I do a lot of, I'm a versatile artist. So Mandecha Toma love songs to that's the Tilo guy, the melody man. Then when I'm doing the part one now, the bad guy stuff, that's the Batman Alaji guy. So I have characters for every type of music that I'm doing.
All right, we'll be talking about the song that you did with what's her name again? Oh, the name has just gone. Sugar Bum. What's her name again?
Oh, Dambisa.
Dambisa, yeah, the name has just slipped off. Yeah, so we'll be talking about that song again, and that is another song that just came and I was like, wow. So yeah, we'll take a short break and we'll be back on the other side. We're still hanging out with T-Lo, Badman Alaji. He's also known as the Melody Man on Soul 9 Radio. I'm your host, DJ Kauzy. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, Viking Dada, Tila, Raj. She got a fine face, body shape too tight. She pass Mona Lisa. She gets my mind too dirty. When I see her, all I want is a pizza. She manifests my feelings. Oh Lord, I don't want to sin, I'm a believer. Because I know what she a bidder. High class, everything cost money, she a diva. See bad man wanna jump on it. Do a little freaky up on it. She get drunk and high as we up on it. Do a little nothing at the pocket and me say, been on my head like a bandana. Bandana. I be your sweet Mr. Banana. Banana. Been on my head like a bandana. Bandana. I be your sweet Mr. Banana. Bang, 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 bang. Girl, you stuck on my mind like a radio. Bang, bang, bang. Just like a sound of a radio. Back on my mind like a rewind. Yeah, give me love, give me divine. I'm back on me gentleman, me lover man. Me hustle stream like a river. You said everything cool. Color and painting the dream I desire. No other girl compare with you. I live for you, man, I never been a liar. No twist like Bolivar. It's Bonnie and Clyde when we roll in a clubhouse, man, I pull up with a slay mama. Bang, bang, body days, fire shots, but them go digger. Been on my head like a bandana. Bandana. I be your sweet Mr. Banana. Banana. Been on my head like a bandana. Bandana. I be your sweet Mr. Banana. Bang, 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 bang. Girl, you stuck on my mind like a radio. Bang, bang, bang. Just like a sound of a radio. You and I make a bad combination. So in your rest, girl, I point me your winger. You're bad man when you need a little favor. You're hit man whenever you need a radar. Do bad things if you want to. Break rules and the law, girl, I got you. Go on a vacate to Malibu, where the party after party till the sunrise. Feeling good, flexing, good vibes, no bad energy, no vexing. Getting high, no stressing. That's a life that we chasing and flexing, flexing. Been on my head like a bandana. Banana. I be your sweet Mr. Banana. Banana. Been on my head like a bandana. Bandana. I be your sweet Mr. Banana. Banana. Been on my head like a bandana. Banana. I be your sweet Mr. Banana.
Criterion Music.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're still hanging out with T-Lo, Badman Alaji. I like the way you say it, huh? Badman Alaji. I don't know how you say it.
Trying to make it fancy.
Exactly. It's always trying to create something and sing along to people so that they have that intro thing to them. All right, let's talk about your hobbies. What are your hobbies? Is it writing music part of your hobby, or it's something that just jumped on the list of your hobbies?
I think it's part. I think that one is natural. It's there. Away from that, I read a lot. I'm a reader, and I play a lot of basketball. I'm a professional basketball player.
All
So if I'm
right.
not doing music, I'm playing ball. Keeps me in the zone. I actually started playing basketball before I started doing music. So I think if they told me to choose one, I would say I want to be playing ball and stop doing music.
Really? No, you can't stop. You can't stop doing music because you're blessing us with, good melodies. And
Yeah,
it's one of those things that this is just a personal experience that I've had with your music.
okay.
It's something that it's music that you can it just heals. That's what I can say. That's the only definition I can give it. It heals when you're listening to it. It feels like this is good music. You know what I mean? Good music
Now I'm
is good
humble.
music, no matter what. Yeah. So that's what it is. So what else is on your list apart from basketball and writing? I mean reading.
I play a lot of chess as well.
Okay. So do you
I
do
think
you play do you play any instrument when it comes to instruments?
yeah, I know how to play drums. I've just not had a lot of time, but this year I want to learn how to play a keyboard or a guitar. So I
Okay.
want to make it a thing where every year I get to learn an instrument so that at least in the next 2-3 years I'll be able to play everything.
All right. So outside music, the most thing you like doing in terms of your hobbies, or rather in your free time, you like playing basketball, and that is professional basketball.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
playing for. I'm actually playing for a club.
okay.
Well,
Right there in Lusaka. Are you in Lusaka?
right now I'm in Lusaka, but I'm playing the CBA league. I play for a team based in the Copper Belt.
In the Copper Belt. At
Yeah.
Kopala, where all the good fun comes from.
Yeah, the United States of Kopala,
The
the
United
country
States
of
of Kopala. And it's a country on its
Chalo
own.
Pachaka. Chalo.
Okay. Chalo Pacheka. At Chalo Pacheka.
Pachaka. Mm.
Okay, no, that's really interesting. So, what other accomplishment have you achieved in the year 2020 with the pandemic of the COVID-19? What are the achievements that you've managed to accomplish?
Um, I've been busy of late. I think the whole of last year I was working on my album, but away from that, and as much as the pandemic was bad,
Yeah,
I think it gave me enough time to realize that I was able to do certain things. But
yeah,
because I never had time, I actually started. In fact, last year was one of the years that I've just read enough books in my life. It has never happened before, and I
yeah.
think it helped me a lot in terms of how I do my business and stuff. So last year I did a lot of corporate work, and as much as we didn't have shows, my music helped me get connected to a lot of corporate markets, which I was working online, marketing,
Yeah.
advertisement, because nowadays everybody wants to market their products. And last year was that year that I was like, I'm into this like full time.
Okay. Yeah. In as much
Yeah.
as we talk about marketing and online business, that's how the world has turned into. You can see COVID has taught us a lot of things in terms of like what we shouldn't be relying on one thing. At the end of the day, things change in life, and we must always have an alternative, to do something. I'm glad that you were able to do something outside music, and it was able to sustain you in your lifestyle, in your life, and having yourself to move on. Let's talk about your personal life in terms of like social life and family. Is Tilo married?
No,
Hmm?
I'm not married, but
Why
I'm
is the
looking forward.
melody man not married?
Eh, not just that I'm young, but I feel marriage is not just something that you just say I'm going to. I think almost everybody thinks about getting married, and there are people like us that don't really think about marriage too much, but eventually, because we're coming from an African family, we have to get married. Maybe I might not want to get married, but maybe the person I'm with is what's up, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
I'm not really thinking about getting married right now. I can lie to you. I've got a daughter. She's 3 years. She's in
Okay.
school, and I've got a woman that I have been with for like 3 years now. So
Okay, that
On that
explains
one,
everything. Then I can see that you're on the route of to tie the knot. So we won't talk much about that because she might be listening, and when you talk about and it might turn out to be different. But let me tell you something, Miss Badman Alaji. Don't worry, Alaji is just fine. He's just on spot, so don't worry. Whatever he said is not true. He's ready for marriage.
I assist, don't
Yeah,
worry.
exactly. No, it's good to have somebody that is always motivating you and keep pushing you to greater heights. Let's talk about other things apart from you getting signed to a label. Are you signed to any label, or do you own a music studio or something?
No, I was signed. I was signed Anameti Records, a record label based in the UK.
Yeah.
I had like a 1-year contract, which was supposed to end like this year in July, but we're not working together anymore due to something that happened. But we're in good terms, just not working together business wise. Right now, I'm a solo artist. I have a recording studio where I do my music. It's called Criteria Music Studios. It's based in Lusaka. I've been working with them for 3 years now. All this music you've been listening to, that's where I produce it. So at the moment, I'm not under any record label. I'm just focused. I'm just a focused artist.
Okay, focused artist. Do you plan to see yourself on a record label? We've got the new record labels that have come on board, and to talk about Nexus. Just a few weeks ago, I had Abo Chungu and my colleague DJ Blair also hosted Tishon and Nexus, as well as Kalandanya Music Promotion. We had Slap D. So on these two record labels, we've seen that the music industry has really shaken, and we want to see it grow to that extent of having collaboration of international artists as well, having those big collaborations. Do you think, or do you see yourself in one of those record labels?
On that one, I'm not sure, but if it happens, then well, so be it. Depending on how everything goes, because at the end of the day, artists are different. People like me, I would want to get signed to a record label just like I was before, but I would want to make sure that I'm able to live up to what they're offering me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've put in so much in my career, and I'm not just seeing myself being a Zambian artist. That's the problem. Me, I've always told myself I have to make it. I'm an African artist. I'm not limited. If someone in Nigeria or Uganda can make it and become like Wizkid or Davido or anybody, I think being born in Zambia cannot stop me because I don't have anyone to push me. You know what I mean? I feel opportunities are there when you just network properly with the right people. If you are talented, you are going to get there if that's what you want. And I'm that type of artist. So right now, like I said, I'm more focused on establishing my market outside.
Yeah.
I just don't want to limit myself to say this is for Zambians. No, I already have a portfolio where I'm coming from. At least if people outside ask, I will have like 2-3 people that say, oh, we've heard about this guy and I think I'm okay. So that's what I've been working on.
All right. Now, concerning the thing that you just talked about, about you not being boxing yourself as a Zambian artist, you are an African artist. You want to be, that artist that is everywhere. How is the Zambian music industry helping you guys, the artists, to be at that level?
Well, at the moment, I can lie. Everything anybody is doing right now is just they're pushing on themselves. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you one thing. It's one thing having money. You can do a lot of things with money, but where you need to go, it's not just the money that's involved. You need a network. You need people to connect you. And if people that you want to connect you don't like what you're doing, then automatically that doesn't qualify you, Yeah. So we've got a mentality of people saying, Zambia, this is what, you can't do this and that, you know what I mean? And that already is a problem. No, I'm telling you because I've been in a scenario of people that have made it in the game and they're still saying, in Zambia, you just have to live off this and this, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be that type of artist. I want to represent my country on a bigger stage that a lot of people didn't think Zambian artists are capable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only takes you know, like you said, good connection, and as well as you know, having that talent, because the talent itself will speak for you out there. And we've seen so many artists specific to be in Zambia. We've got so many talented artists, but it's just you know, they're not having the right channel or the right people to talk to that you know, can promote them and uplift them to that level of heights, as well as you know, talking about record labels. So we are hoping, us seeing Kalandanya Music Promotion and Nexus, I'm foreseeing that we are able and will be able to go somewhere. All right. Yeah, that is what I see for now. But it's Kalandanya and Nexus to prove us wrong to that. All right. All right. Let's talk about Bandana before we go for a short break. I want to talk about Bandana, your new song that is trending at the moment. That is Bandana. Let's talk about Bandana. How did you create Bandana? Does it have any motivation behind it? Does it have any story behind it?
It's just Bandana is just one of those crazy songs, you know what I mean? Because in the song, what I actually talk about is I've been thinking about you. That's the basic concept of the song. You've been on my head like a bandana, because people wear the bandana on their head, so it's like a metaphor. I wrote that song when I was in SA somewhere. 20, is it last year or the other year? I've even forgotten. My producer sent me a beat. I liked it and I wrote the song there. I recorded it in SA. Then I came back to Zambia after some months. Then I re-recorded it and I said, I'm putting this song on the album. That's how we did the song. And we shot the video under the same record label that I told you about, the Meti Records label. Yeah, no, the Criteria Music is a recording studio, it's a studio. Yeah, but I did that song under Meti Records, the same record label that I just played. Yeah.
Okay.
So I shot that, and I decided to put it on the tape, but then I can't, you know, people are excited about the album, so I said I'm not going to put the original version. I'm going to put the remix, because on the remix I have some international features on it, and I'm about to shoot a video for it. So yeah.
That's interesting. Could it be the reason why the album is delayed?
No, I've been working for that. I've been working on that album for a year and a half now. That's how bad it was. I had to make sure the sound and the songs were on point. So I had to record and remove some stuff. I just needed 13 songs, and it has taken me some time, you know. And I'm glad I took time, because over the course of the time that I took, I had to learn a couple of things, and I'm happy it's fully done.
Okay. All right. So we'll get back once we just have a short break, and we are still talking to Tilo on Soul 9 Radio, and this is the Weekend Unlocked show with yours truly, DJ Kauzy. Do catch me every Thursdays on the Weekend Unlocked. We start at exactly 7 p.m. UK time, and we finish at 10 p.m. And yeah, so tune in to Soul 9 Radio. In case you're just wondering how you can tune in on our radio anywhere in the world, you just have to download our radio app, that is Soul 9 Radio, and you can see our logo on the screen. That is, once you search for that and you see that logo, download it and you're good to go. As well as we are on Google Store and iOS, that is Apple Store, so you can download it on any phone and tablet. So do catch us. If you don't want to download the app, you can visit our website at www.soul9radio.com, and you'll be able to listen just with a single play button. We'll be right back on the other side.
Criteria Music. It's Batman Tilo. Damn, met this girl, but she said she got a boyfriend right next door. But me no care see bad man, she got no stray. Now live up the fight, now low. Me got a feeling I can control. Told you boy, say me if you got a boyfriend right next door. Me got a feeling he can control. If you got affection, you can get more. He got a feeling I can control. He got a figure, bam, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam. Me got a figure, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam. You got a figure, bam, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam. I got a figure, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam. Baby boy, who can control Lola? Tell me one day, Ndola. Give you one, pick it up too slow.
take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Pick it up, pick it dolly, dolly. Nigga sangana, pick it dolly, dolly. Boy, you know you're my Johnny. Take it low like your pony. Gear 2, dip it low, T-low. I got the thing that you need, T-bag. Move your waist, leave out. You got chain.
Netflix girl, but she says she got a boyfriend right next door. But me no care see bad man, fi got no stray. Now live up the fight, now low. Me got a feeling I can
control. Told you boy, say me if you got a boyfriend right next door. Me got a feeling he can control. If you got affection, you can get more. He got a feeling I can control.
You got a figure, bam, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam.
Me got a figure, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam.
You got a figure, bam, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, a bam, bam, bam.
I got a figure, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, you a fire ban. Hotter than man volcano, pia get your body burn. Bagai bafuno kupanga bize malevozi akanya kano fyama big. Straight from a rubber, you run the city, baby. Them boys want to have a little picky dolly. Let me fix ya. Bad man, a real controller. Picky na picky dolly. Nakusanga na picky dolly. Gelo neka munga ni chidolly. Na security munga girl, but she says she got a boyfriend right next door. But me no care see bad man, fi got no stray. Now live up the fight, now low. Me got a feeling I can
control. Told you boys, say me if you got a boyfriend right next door. Me got a feeling he can control. If you got affection, you can get more. He got a feeling I can control.
You got a figure, bam, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam.
Me got a figure, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam.
You got a figure, bam, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, a bam, bam, bam.
I got a figure, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam. Wiki, I'm a wicked woman. When you lick, I'm a wicked woman. Wicked, I'm a wicked woman. Put that thing, I'm a wicked woman.
Wiki, you a wicked woman. When me lick, you a wicked woman. Wicked, you a wicked woman. Put that thing on a wicked woman. Yeah, but she says she got a boyfriend right next door. But me no care see bad man, fi got no stray. Now live up the fight, now low. Me got a feeling I can
Told
control.
you boys, say me if you got a boyfriend right next door. Me got a feeling he can control. If you got affection, you can get more. He got a feeling I can control.
You got a figure, bam, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam.
Me got a figure, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, 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 bam.
You got a figure, bam, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, a bam, bam, bam.
I got a figure, bam, bam. Sugar, bam, bam, bam.
Yo, Stash, got the dopest, freshest name on one of your beats. I get.
Welcome back, and we're still hanging out. Sorry for that technical fault that we had. We are dealing with internet issues, and it's a world of technology, so you can't blame anyone else but the internet. Yeah, so it's good we are back, and we are back on track. So my director just played me the song Sugar Bam, which you collaborated with Dambisa.
Oh,
so let's talk about that song. Sugar Bam.
Coming back.
Can you hear me? Okay, you are on mute. Let's do this. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Taylor. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah. So I posed the question to say you featured in a song by Dambisa, and it's titled Sugar Bam. That is another song that it was a bomb, I can call it. It was a bomb in such a way that everybody, every club, every radio station, it was playing it, and even now we still jam on it. How was your experience with Dambisa? You collaborating with Dambisa or working with Dambisa?
It was amazing. She's got energy. Dambisa is one of those jovial person, you know. It was actually my first time meeting her when we got in the studio. And we recorded, we had to work on that song like the whole night. We started around 22, then we finished around 5, 6, somewhere there. We shot it and we dropped the audio, then we shot the video later.
Yeah,
So
because
I
you
think
dropped the audio a long
Yeah.
time ago, and then you came and gave us the video.
Video after
Which
a
also
year,
changed, you know, it changed the music scene because we were not expecting the video after a long time, and you surprised us with the video, which was so very, very surprising.
Yeah, it was a good video, a good song. I just feel like we didn't push it really much, you know. The fact that it never really went outside, like it wasn't on Trace and all those platforms. But like you said, it was a good. It's still a good song and a good video. I feel it's just sometimes it's hard to market certain songs, especially in my country here, you know, because people don't understand a certain type of music sometimes. So I swallowed like that, but we keep pushing.
What's your process of dealing with performance anxiety?
Fia alipoine. Unless parapaka.
Unless
I used to have like stage fright, but then you know when people get to know you, it's all confident and stuff because you're not in that phase like when I step there. I mean, they don't know the guys, or maybe a few people are going to say boo and stuff like that. It's not like that, you know. When you go on stage, you have like people that are waiting for you to step on the stage, so it's amazing. So that already boosts you before you even hit the stage. So I don't have that anymore.
Have you ever been booed on stage?
Yeah, a couple of times. When I was just starting.
And how did you deal with that? How did you deal with that? Did you leave the stage? Did you? Because I've seen artists, sorry to cut you short, I've seen artists whereby they will go on stage and then the moment they get booed and they'll be like, hey, what are you saying? Let me. They start, you know, they become vulgar and, you know, trying to, I don't know if it is trying to convince the fans that, hey, let me do what I'm doing. How did you handle it?
Mr. Kauzy, I think, okay, takwa there, Fidia. Me, I don't, you're not supposed to respond to fans, you know what I mean? Especially to people that really don't know about you, you know? So, sometimes that you just have to take it in. It's a hustle. That's just how it is. At some point, you just have to take criticism, even if your stuff is good, and you know. And for people like me, I'm not a miming artist. You know what I mean? I do live music. So of late, I've been avoiding club shows because it's hard for me. I don't do club shows for me. You know what I mean? I want people to listen to the music because that's the essence of why we make this music. Not all of us want to make music for dancing. You know, I'm not saying people shouldn't make music for dancing, but you need to understand that certain artists are meant for a certain audience. Okay, you can't go in a club where they play loud music and play a Mumbayachi song or a Wezi song. You know what I mean? Our music has got our audience. Don't me, I'm a versatile artist. I have club songs, but I prefer more where I'm singing and people need to listen to what I'm trying to communicate. Yes.
Yeah, live music is actually very good. I saw a post on Facebook some weeks ago where, you know, people were saying that there was actually a specific person who said artists should stop performing in clubs as a playback songs because a club already has the DJs to give us the songs. So there we just go and have fun. We don't want to see any artist there because if we want to see an artist, we have to go to a concert. So what do you say about that? How would you take it if let's say Kalandanya Music Promotion today hired you, as in signed you, and then they make shows for you as Tilo in a club? Would you take it? Would you go and perform because of a slice of cake?
No, Mr. Kauzy, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes that education is important in whatever field that you're doing. So when you sit down with people and they say they want to sign you as an artist, you are looking at things like, are you the one who has followed them or the ones that have come to you?
Yeah.
So if they've come to me, they need to abide with the rules that I have. We need to find borderline of where we're going to intersect. If I say in as much as you are giving me money,
yeah,
this I cannot do, this I cannot do. Can you work with that? Yes, we can work.
yeah,
Okay, let's sign. But if it's the other way around where they want to sign you because they're giving you money, they feel like they own you. Me, I'm not that type of artist. But
okay,
for others, they will go because money is involved. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think all in all, it's about the dream and the passion. What is your goal? What is your vision? If people that you're going to work with don't understand your vision, then the whole thing of signing you up is wrong, because you have to work with people that understand the direction that you're going. An artist is a creator, so I can't have people come in to me and tell me, we need you to switch up the music you're doing. We want you, okay, we know you're Tilo, but we want you to do this. Then already that is not okay. So
I really need to have a chat with a promoter, a Zambian promoter. I
yeah,
really need to, because I want to understand, the business behind artists performing in clubs and all that stuff. Because it's also another thing that in the comments when I was reading, I hope my director can look for that. But so this post was really, and the comments were so bad. They were like 100%. Okay, it's like 70% in the club. People are going to be there. All right, so it's not a point of an artist going there and getting paid, whether they've been paid, but appearance and holding your, how can I say this, just protecting your brand. All right, because
yeah,
every time you get to be seen with your fans, every time they easily access you to see you, then where is your brand? How are you marketing your brand? How are you protecting your brand? So it's one of those things that came through the comments, and we hope that it's not something that we're going to see from these big labels that have come on board. We want to see a concert organized, and we have a number of artists performing, whether it's 2 or 3, for as long as people go there and they've gone specifically to have the concert, to watch the concert and get entertained. Unlike going in a club, because that's where you have confusions. People get
yeah.
to fight, they start throwing bottles. I actually had an experience back then in 2014.
Okay.
I was in Cabo by then, and was it JK? JK was performing, and people started throwing stones because they wanted Sheffield 187. They started throwing stones, bottles on stage, and JK had to run away from the stage. That was so embarrassing. And how does it come in to protect your brand like that? So I think for me, I would also I would like to find out more from the promoters on how they do these club shows. I think it'll be a good chat to find out from them. Anyway,
Yeah, because the other thing is a lot of things have not really been put well, and
yeah,
that's why you see some of these things are hard to do. Because if I can extend, we've had an issue of artists saying, guys, I
yeah,
think it's high time we need to agree, all of us, that whoever is going to hire any artist, we shouldn't get less than this. Those are things we've been fighting for. But you find that the artists that are supposed to implement certain laws are the ones that are breaking them. Because with what you're saying, for example, let's say they want to hire you and the only place that they're hiring is a club. What do? Do you take the money or you leave the money? You
yeah,
see? So also, all those are things that also eat up the artists. Like, we're not making money off the streams of radio stations. Radio stations play music in Zambia without paying out royalties to artists. You know that.
yeah,
We don't have proper, way of line of how an artist is supposed to be a consumer at some point. But we have all these guys that are getting paid. You have the producer getting paid for you to do your song. You have the
yeah,
club DJ who's playing. You have the who and who. But you as an artist, you are not a consumer in your work that you're actually doing. There's no entity that is paying you for the work that you are doing apart from going for the show. So also those things also, you know what I mean, they affect the artists, and that's how come you see that these things are difficult to actually fight.
yeah. So you now, as an artist, Tilo, how are you doing it different?
Hey,
Or how
Mr.
are you going
Kauzy.
to do it different? Let me put it this way.
So,
How are you going to do it different, or how are you doing it differently?
well, I have been working with people. My management is is very organized. That's something I wouldn't lie to you. I've had management. The management I'm working with, I've been with them since 2014. So these are people that understand how to do things, Even now I publish my music is very different. I have my own way of how I do things. I like things being in order. But the only problem is like when you talk of digital marketing.
Yeah.
Right now we only have like Investesani, which is like the easiest way people can access the music. But we're still not seeing a good progress because we still have bloggers that get songs for free and they put them there. People buy CDs now, yes, but they don't play CDs. They want their songs in soft copy and on flash disks. So how do we do that? So these are things that just don't need me. I can't change these things. We need a board, for example, like Zamcorp and Zam to be very active. But then, you know what I mean.
So you're saying it's a case to blame. Zamcorp is not doing much.
Not that I'm blaming them. I just feel like we don't have the serious activity that needs to be done. You know what I mean? Like, if Zamcorp and Zam were to be serious, they can be making a lot of revenue out of artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there hasn't really been any change. Even after they changed management and stuff like that, I've been a member of Zam. I've just not been a member of Zamcorp. That I wouldn't lie. But there hasn't really been activity. You know what I mean? You pay membership for a year, but then there's no activity that's going on. So you just have to be an artist at the end of the day because there's no change.
So if you're an artist, you have to make sure that you pay you are registered with Zambia Association of Musicians. And what is the benefit beyond that?
That's the thing. That's why now you're seeing all of us now are going outside Zambia.
So don't you have a contract that you sign, or rather like the policies, all right, that you before you pay for that, they'll tell you to say, once you are a member, these are the things that we're going to offer you. We're going to protect your music. We're going to protect, we're going to help you have shows, concerts, and all that. Is it something that they do, or you just go there, register with them, and Tilo is registered with Zambian Association of Musicians? Is that right?
I don't know about that issue of getting shows and stuff. No, and as far as I've been a member and following up, there hasn't really been activities like that. I would lie.
You didn't get my question.
That's happening. I'm not aware.
Yeah, so my question was, when signing or rather paying for the membership, sign
there's no such thing.
No policy that you read?
There's no policy or anything. You just pay, you get your registration, then the meetings from time to time, there's this, there's that. Otherwise, there's no policy that guides you to say, no, do this for music or what. No, that there isn't.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe with Zamcorp.
Yeah, as we are winding up, let's talk about piracy in Zambia. Okay. What do you think an artist can be done to ease? I can't say to stop it, but to ease. All right. There's a difference between stopping and easing the piracy, because the piracy has been flattening on the market for quite a long time now. Yeah. And a lot of artists that I've had a word with, they always say, "Come on, piracy is all over the world." There, it is there, but how is it reduced, or rather, how is it eased in that way?
I think right now the way forward is just digital platform. You know what I mean? Because like I said, people nowadays don't want to buy CDs. And if we talk of piracy, we're talking more of CDs, because these bloggers have been there for the longest time. Everybody who comes in the industry needs to be known. You see, the culture is already messed up, because the way it is whoever comes in the game must first be known for them to start making money. Because how are they making money? They need to get shows. Yeah. So let's say now we have COVID like we had and people are not making money. How do they make their money? So it's difficult, because you look at a country like Zambia, people haven't been brought up in a culture where music was for buying. I know the old times like Mondo Music, they used to do it properly, but things way back were different. We didn't have what we have now. We didn't have bloggers. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a whole different level now. People are blogging, people are doing this. So now it's difficult, because even people that follow Tilo music, most of them, they don't want to buy the song, but they appreciate what it does. But they would rather get the song on Zambian Music Blog, where it's free, than get it for 10 kwacha on Vetesani, where they just need to deposit a 10 kwacha mobile money and they buy. You know what I mean? So the culture itself is wrong, because the consumer is not willing to buy your product, even if it's good.
So now, if I
when we
may say, go ahead, finish your point.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I would like to say you as an artist, Tilo, okay, coming out to be that change that everybody should follow. We are talking about the pre-existence of all this thing that has been happening. Now we have Tilo that can change the industry. Why don't you put regulations to your songs, to your productions, to your things that you produce? If you see any song that has been put on a blog that is, offering free service, and you have put this project for buying, how are you going to what policies or what action are you going to take to make sure that you protect
Mr. Kauzy? Mr. Kauzy,
it all starts from you. If I can't protect what I have, all right, if I can't protect myself, then nobody else will protect me. Even if I tell somebody to say, look, that one is doing this, can you help me do that? But the person will ask you, what are you doing yourself? So you as an artist, what are you doing to protect your music before protecting others?
Yeah, Mr. Kauzy, that one is not my job as an artist. So like I said, my work is to do the music and give it to the right people, which I have been doing. So instead of me starting to chase this one and that one and that one, I would rather I give my music to be distributed, for example, by Muziki and Africori, because these are distributors that when you put something on the internet that you don't have rights to, they will follow you, whether you are from Uganda, you are from, they'll make sure they find you, they charge you, they pin you, and they make sure that you become an example. You know what I mean? So the way is, people need to start giving music to proper distributors. You need to give your music to proper distributors. We have albums in Zambia that come Yafu Malero, Mailo Muntwale Shapa Street, which is not good because you are stealing from the guy who's been working. So me, I've been giving my music to the right people to distribute, because I don't think I'll manage to start following bloggers at home. Free, and moreover, those people, they don't even listen, because we've been talking about this for a long time. So I think the way forward is we start working with people that are in the field. You know what I mean? We give music to distributors and not promoters.
In this case, you put, let's say you talked about Muzika and this other one,
Muzika and Africori.
Africori, yeah. So now, if you distribute your music with them and you find your songs on other blogs that you don't have any connection with, what are your actions? What are you going to do about it?
No, it's them to make sure that because you know what happens. I'll give you an example. YouTube.
Yes.
So if YouTube, I upload a video and the copyright belongs to a record label that I'm signed to, whoever is going to upload that video on YouTube, automatically
they will send the copyrights.
Yes, they will tell them to say this copyright ahead. So that's exactly what distributors do. The moment you just upload a song and you don't have copyrights to it, it will reflect and they will get to you. They will email you properly and they will tell you have to take it down. Then if you don't, then they take actions.
Okay, interesting. I think this conversation is getting interesting. We'll be right back. Before that, let's look at this question. We handle this question and then we get for a break. So Peter P.T. Powers says that question is unfair, bro. DJ Kauzy, it's not for the artist to go out policing music distribution. He's right about the culture. Everyone needs to learn that artists, DJs, promoters, and everyone that works in the business needs to be paid. Do you agree to that?
That's how it's supposed to be. That's why I say sometimes if you complain, because Mr. Kauzy, people in my country don't want to do things the right way. They always want the easiest way and the shortcuts. You know what I mean? Like this whole thing I'm telling you about, where you just have, like, we don't have like marketers.
Yeah.
We don't have people that distribute music in Zambia. That's just the truth. Our friends, when they're pushing music in Zimbabwe, back to Zimbabwe, but they're pushing in Zambia, they have a guy here pushing stuff for a guy from Zimbabwe. As we want our Zambian music industry to blow up in Nigeria, but you don't have a distributor in Nigeria, how is that miracle going to happen? Mamanen.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of,
In this case, you talked about Muzika and Africori.
Yeah.
Where are these guys from?
Right now, Africori is like the biggest distributor in Africa. So Africori is, I think, it's under Sony. I don't know much about Muziki, but these are guys. I think they're Indians. They've had my content on some streaming platforms. Which, when I signed the record label, I actually had to chase them down and tell them remove my stuff because they were using my things without my. They were making money off my work for quite some time. So
okay. So I'm learning something from you right now because over the comment that has come through. Because what I wanted to know, okay, I wanted to know what actions do the artists have or make in terms of protecting their music. All right. So when what you've just said is exactly what I wanted, and you've just put it in a good context. Because looking at musicians right now, they want the money. They don't want to protect. Yeah. Or rather to have their works be out there.
They just want to make the money now.
Exactly, to make it happen, and that's how it goes on. But when you have good distributors, like you said, those distributors, it's their duty to say, but how did this song go on this website? How did this song get promoted to this side? So I need my royalties. So you've got a person to chase. So that is the actions I was talking about. Not really necessarily chasing the bloggers or what. But you having seen that, oh, my song is on Music Blog, Zambian Music Blog. Why is it on Zambian Music Blog? So you've got somebody to question and they'll give you answers. Yeah. That is what I wanted. Thank you so much for that one. I hope PT Powers, you actually understand that one. And we'll be right back on the other side. We're still hanging out with Tilo, the bad man, Alaji. We'll be right back.
I promise to love you only you. I promise to love ya. I promise to love you only you, not only you. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. But you've been there for me, even on my way down. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. And you've been there for me, even on my way down.
I promise to be with you. Vinto ponse velfun, I'ma do for you. Mona, Chishinka is sent from heaven. Addiction too much, I'ma die for you. I don't care what they say about us. Umutima wanjina lipela wewo kale. Wila sakamana lesa alisanika. Baka nempela ya chalonka banaiwe. Gonuba funa budishe nalisangape. Loku sakamana kwa chikule bengafe. You know me, I'm Mr. Money. Baby, tell me what you want, I'ma do for you. I'ma be your bad man king, bad man thing, bad man world. Let me be the one for you. Everything I go do just for you.
I promise to love ya. I promise to love you only you. I promise to love ya. I promise to love you only you, not only you. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. But you've been there for me, even on my way down. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. And you've been there for me, even on my way down.
You wanna go, but me fenge me. Okoli malopiti ya kwa mi fenge me. Okwi unanya bonyo manche koli nenu mo. Okwi unanya bonyo manche koli oh baby oh hey. I wanna share with you everlasting. The love I have for you is true, everlasting.
I promise to love you only you. I promise to love ya. I promise to love you only you, not only you. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. But you've been there for me, even on my way down. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. And you've been there for me, even on my way down.
All right, welcome back, and we are still on the Weekend Unlocked show, and I have my guest Tilo, and we'll be winding up as we wrap up. We will be talking about his upcoming album, which is titled The Awakening. But before that, we've been talking about piracy and how best we can ease or end piracy in Zambia. And Tilo has been put on spot to explain how himself as an artist can actually, protect the brand, or rather can protect his music. And he has mentioned about, having the right people to protect the music. And of course, those are the people that can run in and protect your music other than the artists themselves.
So I should even come.
Say again?
Oh, I love this Peter.
All right, so that is what we were been discussing earlier on.
Somebody's
so now,
favorite song.
Tilo, are you ready? I can see you checking out the comments.
I don't know if I'm on or not.
Yeah, you're on now. You're on, Tilo. Hello. Hello,
Back.
Tilo. Yeah, you're back on now. Can you hear me?
Because everybody wants to have you when you're
Can you hear me?
Everybody.
Tilo.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just caught you reading the comments.
Yeah, I'm reading someone is saying that it's their favorite song.
Yeah, that is Mumba Chakulia, all the way from what does she live, this girl? She lives in which place is this again? Yeah, she's from here, but I just wanted to have a specific place. Yeah, Tualava. She lives in Unankano. What channel? So yeah, Tualava Nokula. What chan? Yeah, Tualava, I know, remember. Yeah, okay. So Tilo, I just wanted to find out one more thing again from the piracy side of it. So now, you as an artist, why don't we are always crying about this piracy, and you have the knowledge on what's best to have the music distributed. Why don't you come up with a campaign that can help even other artists to benefit from them? Have you had a word with different artists?
Mr. Kauzy, in everything you do, education is important.
Yeah.
You'd agree with me that some artists that that maybe you just don't know. I can mention a few of them. People like Roberto, Jerox. These are people that have found a way of how to distribute music. You know what I mean? Those are people I've also been following, learning to see how are these guys making these statistics? How are they getting the numbers? You know what I mean? So I feel like if you see somebody doing things the right way and it's working, I mean, it's just rightful that you need to, if you don't want to ask, but at least you find a way of how you are going to learn. A few artists in Zambia have actually started doing things properly. So for those that are lagging, they just have to catch up, because if you're a campaign, if so maybe if they see things working now, they're seeing people winning, Mashani, like what Roberto just wrote, it gave people hope. I'm like, so even in Zambia, this is possible, because people were not expecting that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe if people are seeing it happen,
the first artist in Zambia. He's been considered the first artist in Zambia to receive that award from YouTube. He's been considered the first artist to receive that. We are having a technical fault with our colleague right there, Tilo. He'll be right back. As in the meantime, we are still hanging out with him, and he'll be back on set. And we're still learning a lot from the Zambian perspective of music and how best we can take music to another level. I think I need to introduce this topic, as on my show, just to talk about different artists coming on board and airing their views on what they understand about this piracy, because I know for sure that piracy is all over out there. But before it actually leads into those people that are pirating, an artist would have already made their money out of their music, or or their products. So I think it's a good thing that we have Tilo, who's got the knowledge and he's got the how to go about in terms of having the best, or rather the right distributors that are going to protect your music. So it's really important that we have that discussion. So just another comment, we need to appreciate and support the art. This means doing everything correctly and paying everyone fairly, including DJs pay for good music. And you may see a day where you don't see jingles released on songs as well as on Spotify. So what, just this thing again, it also talks about piracy in his comment here. What do you think about bloggers putting their jingles in their songs, in your songs?
But first, for me, it was okay. But right now, you will not hear any jingle on my song.
Yeah.
You will not hear any jingle. Any jingle. I even tell them when they ask for my music, I'm like, well, if you want to put my music, in fact, these days I don't put my music on blogs. My music is just on selling platforms. If they have it, then you know what I mean? But I don't put my music anymore on free downloading sites.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. And I think I would also, like to applaud Vesesani. They are doing a massive job.
Too much.
We are able to download. We are able to buy the music here. Last week I bought the deluxe version of Bon Appetit album. I bought it, and I have the whole tracks. That is what we need. We need to support we need to support our stuff. We need to support our content. This is our Zambian music. Nigerians has gotten to where it is right now because people support their products and they are proud of their product.
And let me be honest with you. One thing that really motivated me to focus on distributing my music on selling platforms, it's the Zambians in the diaspora. I'll be very honest with you. A very few number of Zambians out here appreciate Zambian music to a point where they'll stream on iTunes and stuff.
Yeah.
The ones that are really serious with that are people like you who have left Zambia. And I was looking at my Spotify accounts. The streams I'm getting, it's the Zambians in the diaspora. My own people that are here, it's I'm telling you, it's just a small percentage.
Yeah, we are still running with technology. I'm telling you. I think it'll be it's a great thing, because in the diaspora here, a lot of people, they've got iPhones and they've got all these. So it's about spaces in the phones. So instead of having to look for the music, they subscribe to Spotify and they'll be able to listen to all the music that they want at just a finger, on their fingertips and all that stuff. So, it's just one of those things. So I think it's a great idea that we continue to put the music on proper streaming sites. Pity Powers says, Mumba Chakulia. Okay, so we have got that comment there comes in to say, from Kay. She says, emulate and learners leading in the trend. That's good one there.
Fisungu sana.
Yeah, fisungu sana. Wadi sambirira. And then we have this one from Uyuwa kuma at Strangododo. Kachinga Strangododo ekara. Mumba Chakulia. She says, Strangododo. There's a place called Strangododo. Kunokuni areas. Such a great topic that needs to be delved into deeper. Piracy and distribution. Zambian music is lacking distribution. Big ups to you guys that are doing that in a proper way. So who do we have? Pity Powers again is back. He's the soccer king. I call him the soccer king. He's actually one of our colleagues here at Online Radio. So he says, have anyone noticed that the quality of music you buy is top notch on 320
kilobytes
per second? Not free downloads. Yama 120k. Waponta wa DJ huko. Tabalefu abalerisha music 320k.
Because he's right, 320k. You listen to everything. If you are listening to a song, you would hear everything. The instruments, they are coming out properly. It's different when you listen to Tutuma 128. Kwa nini hapa toilet down the pama wap trick kakade.
Ama wap tricky. You know what I mean. So Mumba Chakulia says, wow, so nice to see an appreciation for Zambians in the diaspora, especially when it comes to sewing into our own industry back home. It's actually nice. So you see, you've got great feedback coming out here. And we have another one from Terry Teabag Bangweo, all the way from Kabwe, Zambia. So he says we are heading in the right direction musically. Look at how videos have improved, and now Zambians need to learn how to use YouTube. Otherwise, big ups to my guy T-Lo for the consistent great works you've been doing, and big ups to you, DJ Kauzy Superstar, for creating this platform. Thank you so much, Terry Teabag. I miss you, my brother. It's been long. Yeah. So that's Terry Teabag from Zambia, Kabwe to be specific. All right. So PT Powers. Oh, anyway, this is a comment from the media desk. And CJ says DJ Shan is so I don't know what he wanted to say, but that is what it is. So this is Tilo, and we are still discussing. We're having a chat on a number of issues in terms of music industry and many others. But time is not with us. I wish we could continue, but we're just going to wrap up. And as we are going to the end of the show, Tilo has got a new album that is actually getting, or rather be released in few weeks, or should I say a few days.
Yeah,
so,
month end, 2 weeks from now, on the month end, on the 30th of March.
30th of March. Let's discuss about this same album before it's out. Maybe, it may entice me to just buy some copies as well. Let's talk about this one.
Whether you like it or not, you just have to buy. Don't even say that maybe.
All right. Once I buy, I'll send you a screenshot that I'm the first one in Agula.
Exactly.
All right. So now let's talk about your album. You've released you've released a cover art. You've released the album title and all that stuff. So you've titled it as The Awakening. What is it behind? What's is it all behind? What is it all about?
Well,
how did you come up with this?
Over the course of the 2019 up to date, my life has just been going through a different phase of understanding. I've come to understand a lot of things spiritually, emotionally. It's a long story, but all in all, the awakening is something that's very basic and straightforward. I think it's high time. People just need to wake up in a lot of things. Okay. People need to start seeing A and B for the letter they are. You can't look at A and think it's C sometimes, and then tomorrow it's A again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this album talks about the journey of an African boy. It's basically entirely about me, things I've gone through, things I have seen my country go through, things I have seen a black man go through to be successful. This album talks about spirituality. This album talks about emotional life. It talks about stress, a lot of things. And like I said, it took me a long time because I had to go through a certain phase of understanding. And that's why I said I had to take out some of the stuff, because I felt like I had to record new stuff. So I can't say much. I can only say wait and listen to it, and I would ask you so that you can testify to me.
All right, that is the album cover that is my director is just showing us there, and it says Tilo The Awakening. Look at it; it looks so beautiful. The art itself, there's Tilo there looking at the mountain. I don't know if it's Mount Broken Hill Mountain. I'm proud of where I come from. Black Mountain. Maybe that's the one I was looking at. And we have the track list here. So before we just finish up, wrapping up to look at the album itself in terms of the artwork that has been done. Let's look at the track list. So we've got the intro, which is titled The Awakening, and it features who's this one? Shezi. Come again? Hello? All right, we're having difficulties there, but I assure you we'll be right back again. So we are looking at... okay, there we are. He's back again. Tilo, can you hear me? Cecile, apologize for that one.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We're back in the studio.
This is real.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. We are back again. We're experiencing a problem with the network, but you know,
what is wrong with the network?
Oh, we are back now.
Hello?
Yeah, we're back. Can you hear me? There we go again. The network is big.
Party brokers. It's bad man It's so cold on the distance, but the night. Somewhere fire up in the sky is a walking man. Do you believe in what you see? They say that I've been losing me. They said my mind is holding me. Nisiye nineka, ninendonga pambeka. Ichalo chaba no tushimi, no lulimi. Nisiye nineka, ninendonga pambeka. Ale chalo chaba no tushimi, no lulimi. Man, I know what you want. You better tell a nigga what I want. They hate and they love when I tell them give in to fear. Come around the fire burn. To build your need a little more time. But life is short, you can't leave up. But hold the light and never go down. Embrace the pain and just leave up. Blessings better fall on your way. Keep doing what you love every day. Man made man fall upon leader. If you're looking for the right answers, be a seeker. So now show me the way. I can see the light shining over. Don't make me believe I'm fall asleep.
I think it's misbehaving.
Your holes just cause I'm different. Nisiye nineka, ninendonga pambeka. Ichalo chaba no tushimi, no lulimi. Nisiye nineka, ninendonga pambeka. Ale chalo chaba no
Ah, but I heard that jump down like this, that one.
Thank you so much, director, for that one. And you know, those are works coming from my guest T Law. He's got good videos as well, and you know, he's just trying to make sure that he's doing the right thing. That's very good, T Law. We were still talking about your album, and we're trying to analyze the cover and the track list on the album. So if director can bring me the track list again, I'll appreciate. We just have a look at. So the first song is the intro that you talked about, and it features Shazy.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, tell Shazy. Yeah, Talishizi.
Yeah, where is she from? Where is she from? She's Zambian. I've never heard of her.
Yeah, he's Zambian. He's a new talent. He's doing something that right now maybe might not sell, but I think he'll be there soon when time comes. He's a very talented guy.
Okay, so that is the Awakening, the intro, which features Shezi, and we have another one. Is it Mysterious?
Yeah, the Mysterious one.
Yeah, Mysterious one, and it features
Teresa Ngambi,
Ngambi,
an old folks musician. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah, I've heard of that name in the game. Yeah. Okay, and what we have there?
We have Tafifula, which I believe you've watched the video or heard the song already, because that was the first song I dropped to promote off the album.
Okay,
I'm sure
our director will close that one for us, the video of Tafifula. Next is All For You.
Yeah.
Okay. And then which other one do we have there? What's that? I can hardly see because the text is so small. Yeah, so if you talk about them, it's very formal.
I can see Echo Kavila.
I'll actually be looking at it on my So we have Tafifula, All For You, Echo Ukabila. And then we have Njipusheko, which features James Sakala. All right, that's a good collabo. That's a good collabo there. And then we have Mumba Chakulia.
Yeah.
Finally, you've made it.
But a song for you, Mumba.
You finally made it on Tilo's album. Come on, you need to pop that prosecco.
I've just noticed that she's featuring on the album. Mumba.
I'm telling you, and she's just called and she just commented now saying, "My mom is in love with Tilo. Please, his new album will be overplayed." So I guess you know that you are featuring in the album Mumba, and it features
Mumba. This one should be your song. This one, yeah, and I put Chefy 187 on it.
Okay, that's we're looking.
It's a very good song.
Yeah, and then we have Comfort.
Yeah.
So this album really looks like you're speaking from your heart. Looking at the title.
It is coming from the heart. Everything.
Wow. And then it says Life is the track 8 says Life is Good, featuring Mumbayachi.
Yeah.
Okay. The big man is full of creativeness. He's so creative. Mumbayachi. He always comes up with something that the social media will be talking about every day, and it will go a month, people are still talking about it. So
that's what it means to be a musician, not just an artist.
Yeah, I understand that. So next one is Bandan. I'm sure you saw the video, but this one he says he's gonna jump on with a remix, and it features J-Rocks and Pop 10 as well as Menu Wildstar. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Where is Pop 10 from?
So Pop 10 is Pop 10 is from Zimbabwe. Like these are guys that are now taking over the music industry in Zimbabwe. And Manu Wildstar is from South Africa. He's also a newly signed artist from Sony Records. Wow. So I had the privilege of having these guys on the record, which was not easy, but by the grace of God, here we are.
Yeah, it only takes to do the right thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we've got Kenke Deke. What language is this?
This one is Kenke Deke. So Kenke Deke is, the way you make sounds of like the way you are able to describe a movement with a word, like umuntu ngareta lantanta.
Oh, chimona fila tikirikiti.
Yes, yeah.
So to a time, I'm sure Blair, be prepared for this one. I know you like kirikiti. And now, Tilo is bringing now Kenke Deke. Hi, Kenke Deke. Blair, watch out for this one. I know you're gonna love it.
That's a vibe.
And then it features Dark Knight. I've heard of Dark Knight, and I've followed his music. He's one of those artists that is also with good music, but it goes unrecognized. Yeah. So we have Sondela. Sondela is also another song that is a jam. I'm really in love with this song. I love it. I just love the whole vibe of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then we have chocolate. Chocolate. And then we have
Whether you pronounce it correct, you pronounced it correctly, because people.
Not again. The network should not be this jealous. Come on. Our network, we are just finishing. Give us time. We finish and then you can continue buffering. There you go, Tilo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying chocolate, yes.
Yeah, I was saying that, and you've pronounced it properly, unlike the way others pronounce it. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. It's chocolate, not chocolate.
Okay. Ni chocolate. Kaife tuli valemba so twalishiba. Kaleteko chocolate mwana wandi. Yeah. Charity mwana wandi kaleteko chocolate.
Hey, I'm crying.
Okay. And then we've got the last but not the least, that is taco.
Toco.
Oh, toco, sorry. Yeah. Oh my God. Director, did you catch this one on camera? I hope not.
The director.
Mama, I need to be edited. Let's Toko. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's Toko. The last but not the least. Anyway, it features Wheels. Is this Wheels, Mr. Nyopole?
Yes, Wheels.
Oh, I love
this one is a tough jam. This one, not even for play.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, that's good. No, they're looking at the arrangement of the track list. It's something that speaks from your heart. That's what I think. I think for me, yeah, it's something that came deep down from your heart. And we're definitely looking forward to this. The network is still, buffering around, but it won't defeat us. And then we've got this album cover now. I think it's the back cover. Let me just read that if I can be allowed. So it says, "Creating the Awakening."
Sorry, Mwananjele kwa spelling ya hados na dirufianya, but I correct. I mistakenly just shared one that had the wrong spelling.
Oh, brilliant. What I did it, what I should share correct. Creating the Awakening has truly been an experience that many will never understand, but relieve some of the handles. Did you say the handles? Did you mean the handles?
The handles. It was supposed to be the handles.
Handles. Okay.
It was supposed to be handles. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The handles of life through the sound I present to you. I would love to give a special thanks to the following people that made this come together and present it to you in this way. So we've got, all those special thanks down there. No, I hope one day I'll be on this list here, this thanking list below there. All right. So that is the Awakening.
You just have to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, it looks amazing. The album cover itself, speaks volumes, and we are hoping to definitely watch it and listen to it, and of course many videos that are going to come from that one. So is this one coming off any label, or it's just from Tilo?
Well, for now, like I said, I'm a solo artist, so I cannot assure you that. But if anything comes up, then it might just drop under a record label or something. But for now, I'm a solo artist, so yeah.
Okay, no, that's brilliant. No, Tilo, thank you so much for having you on my show tonight, and of course having you on Soul9 Radio. It has been a pleasure, and looking forward to have a chat with you after the album is released, and we can obviously have a chat and one by one listen to the song, and we can talk more about the song. Besides that, any last remarks to your fans and the listeners out there, people that are following us on YouTube, we've got people that are following us on radio as well as on Facebook. Any last words, remarks?
Yeah, I think for everybody that's tuned in, I would like to say thank you. I'm humble to you as well for hosting me. Remember some time back we had a conversation, you and I, which I actually thought you forgot about it. So when you told me about it, I was so excited. So I'm humbled. But director twatotela sana kachinga mulomfu echibemba but twatotela sana everybody that tuned in, and especially for those that are just seeing me for the first time, you are the people that I really want. Make sure you go and stay connected to my old stuff so that if you're my album, if you can serve us and if you're new. So I'm grateful, and please just keep supporting good music. You know what I mean? It feels, in as much as sometimes them be at Tulomba, we just want people to listen and appreciate the art just as it is. You know, music is healing, and it's not easy to write a song that you can testify. So we're grateful always. God bless.
That's good. That's a very good one. Just give out your social media handles where people can, get in touch with you, get updated with your music as well.
Okay. It's straightforward. It's a Tilo Music on Twitter, Instagram, Tilo the Melody Man, Facebook, Tilo. In my accounts and they are verified. So when you just click the first account that will be on top will be my account. So you don't have to stress. The fake ones you will tell. Even on Apple, Spotify, my accounts are verified. So it's Tilo Music or just Tilo. Yeah.
That brings me back to, what you were saying about when you do the right thing and, you have all these things following you behind, great things following you behind. You are an artist that just came in a few time and boom, you are there and you are already making headlines. And you have accounts already verified on your social media, which is, it's another thing of learning to say when you do the right thing, on all the good things follow you. That is absolutely amazing. No, it has been awesome to have you, Tilo, and we are looking forward to the album. Is it going to be on Vesesani?
It's going to be everywhere. I'm putting everywhere.
On Vesesani, for those that want their copy in their car, or even on, you can be still streaming on your Spotify or Deezer or whatever. Yeah, so make sure you keep following Tilo and, let's support good music. Thank you so much, Tilo. We'll catch you on the other side. This has been your host, DJ Kauzy, the superstar. Until next time, it's goodbye and God bless.
Thank you.
Criterion music.
Tilo, waleli lo maume wa mano inga kutemwa fefyo waba lesana nkwa kupela pantunga walombala suka papita fyo mweshi umo twamona pe mwachinja mwataba ume banomba bamobene tabatemwa no mutima mushanga mashiwine pila yo mwalandire kari kashimifye mwasanga ko wamitema mwaluba mutwe katona ifwelelo tumfwe akasuba kama feko mubidirira uri mumpepo ale Chishinka chali afya pantugu fili mwebule tenseko tafifule fifwayo mutima iwe tafifula awe tafifule fifwayo mutima iwe tafifula awe Kashafule po apuila masambili logo Nchito tashimoneka Waliesha ukupushinga takasanika oya Lesa akwimya Kalibadika nomba niwe bwana oya Fyali chinja niwe baya Walila menshi kushida wale chula Alando mwechi kongo na ine pantusha ishiwa mutibe fofwaya Alaka suwa kawa mafeku mubidi nila uli mumpepo ale Chishinka chali afya pantugu fili mwebule tenseko tafifule fifwayo mutima iwe tafifula awe tafifule fifwayo mutima iwe tafifula awe mbembile mbeke leka mbembile mbeke mbembile mbeke leka mbembile mbeke alaka suba kawa mafeku mubididira uri mumpepo ale Chishinka chali afya pantu fili mwebule tenseko tafifule fifwayo mutima iwe tafifula awe tafifule fifwayo mutima iwe tafifula awe alaka suba kawa mafeku mubididira uri mumpepo ale Chishinka chali afya pantu fili mwebule tenseko tafifule fifwayo mutima iweta fifula Weta fifula fifwayo Mutima iweta fifula
I stand with Eva.
I stand with Eva.
Do you know that in Zambia, young people serving their mother's sentences are the most vulnerable?
The Eva Chavala Foundation is an initiative that was formed in 2012 in Zambia. Its aim to look after disadvantaged and vulnerable children that the legal system has left behind.
Prison reform.
I stand with Eva because every child deserves a full chance to maximize their potential, irrespective of the mistakes their parents have made. I stand with Eva because we will not forget the children of the incarcerated and what impact this has on their lives.
Studies have shown that children whose mothers are sent to prison are more likely than their peers to have future problems. These include criminal offending, mental health problems, and drug and alcohol addictions.
Collaboration and unity are the way forward. I stand with the Eva Chavala Foundation.
So Online Radio stands with Eva.
There is power in collaboration. So Online Radio stands with Eva Chavala Foundation Trust.
We at So Online Radio stand with Eva.